Joachim Bitterlich is a former German ambassador to NATO and former European diplomatic and security advisor to German Chancellor Helmut Kohl. He is now joining us from Normandy. Joachim,
hello.
Thank you very much for joining us this hour on WION World is One. Having listened to what the Chief of Staff in NATO, that's Stian Jensen, says that for peace to prevail and for the war to end, and for Ukraine to join the NATO, then they have to give up their territories to Russia. What do you think will be the reaction of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky after these statements?
I think he will react in the same time, in the same way as he has been reacting in the past. Not any abandon of any Ukrainian territory. And I'm a bit astonished by this opinion of the Chief of Staff of Jens Stoltenberg. It's not realistic at the end. Look, last week the Russians repeated once again the condition is an unconditional surrender of Ukraine. And on the other hand, Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, told to people what we want to reach is to get back the whole territory of Ukraine, plus NATO membership, plus EU membership. Please, under these conditions, I don't see any realistic debate about the end of a war. It's reminding me to my own proposals I've made before the beginning of this war. At that time, speaking about neutrality of Ukraine, an armed neutrality, speaking about a special status for the Crimea, speaking about a special status for the Donbass with a certain cultural autonomy, a plan at that time more or less accepted by Moscow and no more accepted by Kyiv. And therefore, it's nice to hear people to launch or to try to bring in certain move into the debate, but up till now, no, I don't see it. The only one who could move either is a strong movement by the Americans, by Biden, or a strong movement with a hint by the neutral states, among them India, South Africa, and others.
Joachim,
but for most, see.
Joachim, looking at all these statements and looking at all these developments at this hour, do you think that the membership of NATO for Ukraine still is important for the country, still is important for President Volodymyr Zelensky going forward? If these member states, the 31 member states, do not accept the membership of Ukraine into the alliance, what will happen next?
But please be aware that NATO membership is only possible once the war is over, once a peace settlement is found. That's the position of NATO and of a majority of NATO member states, including the Americans, including the British, the French, and the Germans. And therefore, any other, let's say, solution would be, let's say, would never fly at the end of the day. Please, let's be aware there is a certain conditioning of, and it could be a result. I'm not sure whether it will be really possible at the end of the day.
All right. I've been talking to Joachim Bitterlich. He's a former German ambassador to NATO and also former European diplomatic and security advisor to German Chancellor Helmut Kohl. Joachim, thank you very much for your insights and for talking to us today.
A pleasure as always. Goodbye.
Goodbye. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.